Hey guys, Happy New Year! Long time no see. 24 hours just seems like too long. Did you guys watch Dynamite on the 30th? Let's talk about it. This was the first Dynamite after Brodie Lee's sudden passing. The show began with a 10-bell salute for Brodie. The entire roster was on stage and his family was in the middle. Then Jon Moxley was the first to speak, talking about Brodie's attachment to his family, which I would think probably hit him differently since he's now expecting a kid of his own, him and Cody. The first match of the night, Colt Cabana and the Young Bucks beat Matt Hardy and Private Party. Colt started off looking very emotional during his entrance, but he did resume his comedic style and definitely wrestled a really good match that night. And can I just say, when do we see people completely unaffected by the gin and juice? Leave it to the Young Bucks to not sell. Then we see the Acclaimed confront the Young Bucks, and they get super kicked. I really don't know why they're wasting screen time on the Acclaimed if it's not in their favor or dominating. At least in the very beginning, because when I saw them come out to the ring, it was just them. Nothing has made them a credible threat yet. Personally, I feel like we should be seeing them crushing jobbers on Dark. And then, when they run out, at least it'll be like, oh shit, what are they gonna do? Up next, we have Evil Uno, Stu Grayson, and Lance Archer beat Eddie Kingston, the Butcher, and the Blade. Lance Archer was dressed like Brodie. And Eddie Kingston gave a heartfelt promo, praising Brodie for being a family man and consoling Brodie Jr. A video package for Brodie is next, with some personal pictures focusing on his family. Then, Silver and Reynolds stand face to face with the Inner Circle. They pull papers out and throw them at Santana and Ortiz. And let's not forget, of course, then we have Hangman doing the same thing. The match is a really good one. And then we see the true God-level heel that never disappoints. MJF screaming at Brodie Jr. Personally, I think MJF went a little too far. Now listen, I know that Brodie Jr. is a boy and he's 8 years old, so I'm probably just being a little too sensitive about the whole thing. But the way I think about it is, even if Brodie Jr. said it was okay beforehand, I thought it was still in poor taste. I don't know how an 8-year-old could have the foresight to see the possible emotion that he's going to be feeling. One, seeing someone wearing matching attire to his dad's. And then 2, having a grown man yell in his face at such a sensitive time. I am trying to think, he grew up in this business. His dad was a wrestler. So, I'm sure it's not the first time that this has happened. People have, cut promos on him or whatever. But for me, it just was really? I don't know if it was really necessary. But it honestly just goes to show that Brodie Jr. has the blood of a performer. Whether he wants to go on to wrestle or not, it's there. Just him being cool with that and then hitting him with the kendo stick, I thought was a great touch to the whole thing. Because, personally, I wanted to hit him with the kendo stick. So I thought that part was great. It was a really good match with a couple of close calls. Later, we see Eric Rowan arrive and chase Wardlow up the ramp. Dark Order wins, and they all hug each other. And I noticed that when Eric Rowan ran in, they called him Eric Redbeard. So does this mean that AEW has signed him, and that's what he'll be called for now? Possibly the new Exalted One? We have a lot of good guesses going. Oh, which reminds me, I'm going to be doing a giveaway. I'm going to post a poll, and we're going to guess the new Exalted One, or if they're going to dissolve the faction altogether. And whoever wins, we're gonna pick a random winner. All you have to do to enter is 1, be subscribed, 2, answer the poll, and 3, comment when you're done. That's all. So yeah, go ahead and do that. Then up next we see Tay Conti and Anna Jay spectacularly beat Penelope Ford and Britt Baker. After Penelope Ford tapped out, despite Rebel's interference, Britt was upset, and she called Tony Schiavone down, saying that she was sick of the conspiracies around here, and incorporated a tribute to Brodie, because she was saying it's all a big rig, which was one of his names, and winked and pointed up, which I thought was a great touch. Then Thunder Rosa comes out and attacks Britt, and Rebel jumps in trying to break it up, until the referees come down to help. Chris Jericho also comes on to speak about Brodie, calling him smart, intelligent, sarcastic, and someone who's ready with random trivia facts at any time. He also called him one of the best performers he's worked with, and that coming from Chris Jericho means a lot. In the main event, Team Taz gets beat by Cody Rhodes, Orange Cassidy, and 10. The winners celebrate, and in comes Hobbs, Cage, and Starks, and Hook as well to trash them. Powerbombed by Cage, and Hobbs grabs Cody until the lights go out. They come back on, and it's Darby, of course. A little far from the action, though. Again, the lights go out, and here's Sting, which just has me even more confused now, because what is Sting's plan for Darby or with Darby? I don't know. And of course, Chris Jericho has something to say, saying how dare Sting have the audacity to carry a baseball bat. Anyway, we go back, and Cody is saying some words about Brodie Lee, where he says Brodie left behind a beautiful legacy. He then introduces Brodie Jr., who's all suited up and walks down to his dad's music. They put Brodie Lee's boots in the middle of the ring with a purple bandana. Tony Khan comes in with the TNT Championship title and calls Brodie Jr. the TNT Champion for life and gives the title to Brodie Jr. And I actually just saw it today that they are retiring the design for that belt now. Then we see Cody on one knee and put the belt on Brodie Jr.'s shoulder. We see Brodie Lee's wife and 10 stand in the corner of the ring in tears. The show couldn't have been more perfect. I like how they paid tribute to Brodie Lee in every way that they could. AEW shows that it's not all about business, as they consoled Brodie's family and even guaranteed Brodie Jr. a job when he's of age. The stories that were told about him were beautiful, and everyone could be seen holding back their tears. This just shows the impact that Brodie had on everybody's personal life. Everybody's still wondering who's going to be leading the Dark Order, if it continues to exist, with Rowan being a lot of people's choice. And if you haven't already, go take that poll, subscribe, and comment that you did it so you could be entered to win the giveaway. Then we have the women's division that's getting better and better by the weeks. Their mid-card matches are now watchable, because before I was just fast forwarding through all of them. And at the end of the day, we had an excellent tribute show for an even better person. So that's it for today's video, guys. What did you guys think about Dynamite? And how'd you feel about the ways that they honored Brodie? Leave your comments down below. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos just like this. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye!